Can See Clearly Now, a fun song originally written and performed by Johnny Nash. It's been covered by lots of people, maybe most notably Jimmy Cliff, which is kind of where I got my inspiration. For the most part, it's an easy song, and we're going to do it in the original key. I am singing a full octave lower because I can't even touch their voices. But I put a capo on to make it just a little bit, raise it up a little bit for my singing. I'm going to take it off for the lesson. I'm going to start out with an easy version. Then, for those of you who are ready, I'll go ahead and expand that middle section where they use some more intermediate style chords. But don't worry, if you want to stick with the easy version, it's perfectly fine. Let's start off by taking a look at the structure of the song. The verse of this song is going to be just 3 chords. It's a D chord, a G chord, use any form of the G that you want, and an A chord. I like my 2-finger A, again, any form that you want to use. The song pretty much is in the key of D all through the verse, and then it jumps, when it goes to that C that's out of the key of D, kind of sounds like it ventures in the key of C, and then jumps right back to the key of D. So let's go ahead and map it out. We're going to do basically 1 strum per bar, just to track where the chords fit with the words. We'll start with a D chord. Oh, by the way, you can either play along or you can wait, and I'll do it twice in a row. Here we go, D. I can see clearly G now, the D is gone. We're doing 3 Ds. Here's the third one. I can see G, up to the cold A, my way. Now repeat that first part, D. Gone are the G clouds that back to D. And here comes the chorus. Gonna be a C to G and back to D. We're gonna do it again. 1 more D. It's gonna be a bright to G, sunshiny day. Okay. I call it the verse and the chorus. It's kind of one package. Let's try it together once. And this time I encourage you at least try playing along. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, D. I can see G. Now back to D. 3 Ds. 1 more. I can see all obstacles going to A. My way. 2 A's. Back to D now. Gone are the dark clouds that back to D me blind. Again. Here comes that C. Now. To G and to D. Another D and then we hit C. Here comes C. Ready? Go. It's going to be a bright G. Sunshiny D. Okay, that covers the first verse-chorus package, the second verse-chorus package, same. Then it goes into a bridge. The bridge changes up quite a bit. This is where we're going to need an F chord. Now, I like to do a bar F. Once you get used to it, the bar is actually easy. I know, if you're not there yet, it's not easy. You might want to try a non-bar F. I make a non-bar F by making a C chord, putting the pinky next to my 3rd finger there, and then moving that 2nd finger over. I have to deaden out either that 1st string, or sometimes I'll make a partial bar so I can play that 1st string too. I'll leave to you whichever version you feel comfortable with. We're going to map out the bridge part now. It starts with an F, but I'm going to play the D chord first. Why? Because that D chord is the last chord in the chorus, and it's quite a change. I want you to hear that change. So we'll start with the D, then we go to the F. Look all around again, there's nothing but C, blue skies. Back to F. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but A. Quite a change, huh? And again. And then for the easy version, we're going back into the verse. For the intermediate version, there's a little interlude there, which is both a little more difficult to play and difficult to sing. So let's stick with A, going to I can see clearly. Okay, let's do that one more time, just the bridge. Starting from the D, so you hear the change. Get ready. It's good to play along at this point. D to the F. Look all around, there's nothing but sea, blue skies. Good. Going to F now. Look straight ahead, get ready for the A chord. And to the verse. I can see clearly now. Okay, I want you to hear where it's going also. I think we're ready to work on the strum I like to use for this song. I'm going to break this strum down fairly quickly into 3 stages. Now, you can use any 3 of these stages as your strum. And you can mix them up even in the song to add some variety. So let's start with the basic version. It's a basic down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So you probably knew that one. It could be numbered 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And I say that because it'll help me explain the rest. So that's stage 1, and really that's a viable strum for this song. Stage 2, which we're going to add a technique called the rake. And the rake is where you, instead of just striking the string straight down, like I just did, we're going to anticipate, meaning we're going to start a little early and slowly cross the strings in a way that you can hear more of the individual strings. I call it a rake. We're raking across the strings. So instead of it's in the strum, it looks like this. Down, rake, up. So try that one with me. We'll start with a D chord, and it'll be just this basic 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And now you'll notice to make this work, I have to start just a touch early because it takes longer to get down the strings. If I start right on the beat, it'll be too late by the time I get down here to get back up for the next beat. That's 1, 2, and so really I'm starting my raking before I actually hit 2. Try it again. Ready, go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Okay, and now for the final stage, we're going to do a mute. And a mute is simply where you strike down the strings and you palm, when I say palm, I mean the right hand right here, near the bridge, so that it makes that kind of sound. Listen. What I'm doing is I'm palming at the same time, my pick is going down and striking the strings. So in the strum, it's a down, rake, up, mute, up, mute, up. And you could do 1 or 2 of those, actually. I like to vary it. I'll do down, rake, up, mute, up, down, up. And then at other times, I'll go down, rake, up, mute, up, mute, up. So it's good to do both mutes, and then you could always back up. It's easier to back up than to add a second. Try that mute technique with me, D chord, and we're just going to go down and then release it on the way up. Again, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now let's try putting it in the strum. So it's going to be 1, rake up, that's 2, mute on 3, up, and mute on 4. We'll do the double mute. 1, 2, ready, go. Down, rake, up, mute, up, mute, up. And you probably know this. This is an important point, that when you mute, your pick, as it hits the strings, ends up down so you can come up. Ready, go. Down, rake, up, mute, up, mute, up. Again, down, rake, up, mute, up, mute, up. A little faster. Down, rake, up, mute, up, mute, up. Down, rake, up, mute, up. Okay. Now let's go ahead and put that strum with the first verse and the chorus. Now, instead of just doing a 1 straight down strum per bar, I'm going to do 1 full, we'll call it the rake strum, that down, rake up, mute up, mute up. I'm going to do this twice, so you can try playing along both times, or you can watch the first time and then play along the second. I'll go slow. We're starting with the D chord. 1, 2, ready, hit it. And here come the words. I can see G clearly now. The back to D, rain has gone. D, I can see G, all obstacles. A, on back to D now. Gone are the dodgy, and back to D. Going to C now. You see G and back to D. New song. Back to C and to G, G, D. Okay, that's the first time through. Let's do it again. If you're just watched, it's time to pick up that guitar and do it with me. Do the best you can. Don't worry if you don't get it. Just the action of doing it, you'll get a sense of what you need to work on. So I'll do it about the same tempo. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take 2 D chords to start, and then the words will come in. 1, 2, ready, hit it. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles going in my way. And back to D. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Now comes the C part. Gonna be a bright the G. Sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Okay, those who are ready for something a little more challenging, we're going to do the extended version of the bridge section. So I'm going to get right to the part that is in question, so to speak. Right at the end of the bridge section, we stopped at the A chord and then went to the next verse. Now we're going to extend that with some more chords. Let me show you what it sounds like. And from there, it goes back into the verse, starting with a D chord. So let me go over a few of these chords. From that A chord, we go to a C sharp minor. That's a bar chord. I'm on the 4th fret, barring a minor chord, what we call a 5th string root bar chord. Then I go to a bar chord G, a half step down. Now, I could go to an open G, but you know, it's actually a lot harder to switch from this G to the bar chord. It's easier to go between bar chords than to jump between open and bar chord. So from that G, we go back to C sharp minor, to G. Now we're going to open chords, and since it's all open chords from this point on, I don't have to worry about switching back and forth. We'll do C, D6, yes, it's a new chord, and A. If you're not familiar with the C sharp minor bar chord, I'll show you the fingering. It's bar across the 4th fret. My second finger's on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and then the 3rd and pinky next to each other on the 4th and 3rd strings, respectively. The root is actually on the 5th string. And the G is very similar, actually. I just move down the fret and I move the 3 fingers over to make a bar chord G major. Now, the one other chord that may be new for you is that D6. Pretty easy, actually. Make a D chord, take off the 3rd finger, so I'm letting the open B ring. You got a D6. Not bad, huh? First, let's map through these chords, just one strum per chord. Here we go. C sharp minor. G. C sharp minor. G. C open chord. The D6. There we are. I wanted to get that bass note in there, the D bass note, 4th string. And now ending on the A, just before we go into the next verse. Now I'll add the strum, and feel free to either just watch or try playing along. I'll go slow, starting from that C sharp minor. 1, 2, ready, go. The G. So you see that's 2 times. Then it goes to the open C. D6 and A.
I can see clearly now the rain has gone.
No, that's not gonna work. Thank you for joining me today. It's been a pleasure. And I hope we can do it again real soon. If I inspired you to tackle bar chords and you'd like some help, I'm gonna put a link to my Bar Chord The Ultimate Guide. It's an incredible resource. And if you'd like some help with that strum, I've created a whole lesson on it. I'll put a link to it at the end of this video, which I guess is about now.